Hello and welcome to this video. What is SQL Server Management Studio? SQL Server Management Studio is also referred to as SSMS. SQL Server Management Studio is an integrated development environment which provides a graphical interface for connecting and working with Microsoft SQL Server. SQL Server Management Studio is a free tool provided by Microsoft to manage SQL servers. SQL Server Management Studio is used by professional developers and database administrators to manage and administer SQL servers. SQL Server Management Studio can be used to access, to configure, to manage, to administer, and develop all components of SQL Server. Let's go ahead and download and then install SQL Server Management Studio. To download SQL Server Management Studio, we're going to go to our Programs menu and look for the SQL Server 2019 folder, and inside that folder we should have a tool. So we've got Microsoft SQL Server 2019. I'm going to expand that, and we have this tool here that says SQL Server 2019 Installation Center. So if I click on that, it will launch the installation screen, and then from there we can download the SQL Server Management Studio. So this is the SQL Server Installation Center, which allows you to add components to a previously installed SQL Server instance. So I'm going to click on this installation tab here, and within the installation tab I'm going to click on the option that says Install SQL Server Management Tools. So if I click on this, it's going to take me to the download page where I can download it. So I'm going to click on that, and that will take me to the site that will enable me to download the SQL Server Management Studio. So it's trying to launch the site. So this is where it's going to take you. So I'm just going to scroll down, and you can see here there is a download link to download SQL Server Management Studio. It tells you the release number, the build number, release date. So I'm going to click to begin the download. You can see here the download has started here. So I'm just going to wait for it to complete, and then I will run the installation files. The download has completed. So this is the downloaded file. So I'm just going to click to show in folder, and that would take me to the location where it's downloaded. This is the location where the SQL Server Management Studio setup file was downloaded to. So I'm just going to double click on it to start to install it. So I'll double click, and that should bring up the installation page. So I'll give it a few minutes to load that page. So you can see here it's loaded the page and tells me the location. This is where it's going to install it, and there is an option to change the location if you're not happy with it, but I would recommend you accept the default location and then just click on this option to install. So I'll click on the install button to progress the installation. The time it takes to install depends on your processing speed for your computer. The setup has completed for the Microsoft SQL Server Management Studio. So I'm just going to click on the close button to exit. So if we go back into the start menu and locate the SQL Server folder, mine is called SQL Server 2019. So this is the folder. If I expand this, I should see a new component. You can see here it says Microsoft SQL Server Tools. If I expand that, we should see different tools that the SQL Server tools installed: analysis services deployment, database engine tuning, and this is the Microsoft SQL Server Management Studio. So if we want to interact with the SQL Server and log into it, we'll use the Microsoft SQL Server Management Studio. So that is it for this video. We successfully downloaded and installed Microsoft SQL Server Management Studio.